Do you sometimes feel like you're really terrible at designing and therefore you won't be able to compete in print on demand? Or do you sometimes think you're not very analytical and therefore your research skills are just not up to par? Or perhaps you're not very business minded and that's making you feel like you will never reach your goals. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you might be surprised to find out that my first language is actually not English. I know some of you out there know this, but I'm German. I'm born and raised in Germany, and I've only been living in the UK for a few years. In fact, 10 years ago, when I was back in school in Germany, English was one of my worst subjects, if not the worst. Yeah, it was literally the worst at that point. And I seemingly had no talent for languages. I was also pretty bad at French, and I was okay in most other subjects. Like, I wasn't one of the worst students, but in English, I was definitely falling behind. So what changed? I ended up meeting an English girl on a school exchange. We started dating. I eventually moved to the UK, and through sheer repetition and exposure to the language, I ended up becoming fluent over time. I didn't suddenly develop a talent for language, and I also didn't, study harder for school, try harder for my tests. It was just some luck involved with obviously getting an English girlfriend, but it was just repetition over time and having that motivation to learn the language because you're always speaking to an English person. You might be wondering, why am I telling you this? And the reason is, you might be thinking right now that you've got zero talent for design, and that's why you're not getting any sales. That's why you will never succeed at print on demand. And this is just one example, right? Everyone's got different skill sets. And that may be true. You may not have any talent right now, but you've got potential that is way higher than you would expect. And my story proves that. 10 years ago, I could have never imagined that my potential for English is as high as teaching people on YouTube a business model in English. Like, I would have never imagined that's possible. And the way this translates to your situation is, if we go back to the design example, is that you actually have the potential to create exceptional designs. You may not believe it right now, and you may think you've got zero talent, but you have the potential there. And the way to unlock this potential is through one very important mindset shift. And the mindset that you have to adopt, which I'm going to go into now, is a growth mindset. In order for you to understand growth mindset and how to apply it to your life or your business, you first of all need to understand what a fixed mindset is, because that's the counterpart to the growth mindset. A person with a fixed mindset likes to avoid challenges. They tend to ignore criticism. They also believe that skills and talent are predetermined. They give up easily, and they might say things such as, "I always fail," "I will never improve," and "why even bother?" Because of all of these beliefs, someone with a fixed mindset automatically puts in less effort and gets worse results. On the contrary, the growth mindset person embraces challenges. They learn from criticism and feedback. They also believe that skills and talent can be developed. They keep trying, and they say things such as, "I will learn from failure. This will take time, but I want to keep learning." And people that adopt this growth mindset automatically put in more effort and get better results. Now, one thing to note here is that many of you probably have certain areas in your life where you've already applied a growth mindset, but then other areas you're still stuck in this fixed mindset without even realizing. And one good example of this, which I think most people can relate to, I definitely had this fixed mindset for the longest time, and that is, I can't remember names. How many times have you heard people say this, or how many times have you said it yourself? And the truth is, you can remember names, you just never try to, right? And I found this out recently. Whenever I meet a new person now, and I find out their name during the conversation, what I do is simply, 3 minutes after the conversation, I repeat the name back to myself in my head. I think of their face, I think of the conversation we had, and then I do the same again like 3 hours later, that same day. And then 3 days later, I think of their name again. And just through that little bit of repetition, just a few seconds of thinking about the name, rather than just completely ignoring it for the rest of your life, that has changed me from a person that can't remember names into a person that can remember names. You could even go a step further, write the name into a notepad, look at it after the conversation, like just visually seeing the name and linking it to the face that way will help you massively. And then open up the notes the day after on your phone, and there you see the name again, you've done the repetition, and it will stick in your mind so much better. So essentially, someone with a fixed mindset, if they've got a problem, they won't really put in any effort to fix it, and they won't improve. Whereas a person with a growth mindset that has the exact same problem, they will put in effort, they will believe that they can fix and solve the issue, and they will slowly but surely improve over time. And one way you can kind of visualize this is that we as humans have got various different skill sets, and they each range from 1 to 100 in points, and the higher, the better you are at this skill set. So let's say we've got two people, one has got a fixed mindset, one has got a growth mindset, and they both have 10 out of 100 points when it comes to designing. So both of them are creating very bad designs. They look very unattractive. Customers are not very likely to buy them, but they're basically the same, right? The designs are looking the same right now. So the person with a fixed mindset, they will feel like there's no point in trying. Why even bother? I've got no talent and no hope to actually get better at this. And therefore, they will keep hovering at the 10-point mark, and maybe even drop to say 9 or 8 points on some days when they're feeling like really demotivated, extra demotivated, and they're putting even less effort in. On the other hand, the growth mindset person, they will educate themselves. They will learn about the tool they're using for design. They will look into design theory. They'll find out how to balance a design, how to pair fonts more effectively, how to use color to grab people's attention, all these different things that can improve their skills. And therefore, by just learning a little bit each day, and at the same time putting in reps, like creating more and more designs whilst learning, week over week, they are adding to their skill points when it comes to designing. So they will go from 10 to 11, the week after from 11 to 12, the week after that, 12 to 13, and they will keep getting better and better. And a few years down the line, they will be creating exceptional designs, whilst the fixed mindset person will still be hovering at the 10-point mark. It's kind of like going to the gym, right? You start with a very low weight. You might start off with 5 kilograms, and you do curls until you can finally do 3 reps with 12 repetitions. And once you've reached that goal, you then get the 6 kilogram dumbbell. And you, once again, try week over week until you can do 3 sets with 12 repetitions. And then you up the weight. You progressively overload. You progressively and continuously learn new stuff. You push your boundaries, try and create better and better designs. And just through this sheer repetition and gaining more knowledge, naturally over time, you will get way closer to your potential, get way better results than if you had a fixed mindset. Obviously, not everything is possible. So you might say, well, just through applying the growth mindset, I can't run as fast as Usain Bolt, even if I tried for, decades of my life. And that's true. Like, I believe we all have different ceilings for our different skill sets. It's just that we haven't reached that ceiling yet in most cases. And at the end of this video, I wanted to leave you with a nice graphic that sort of encapsulates some of the things that we talked about in this video, and suits the topic of growth mindset quite well, and that is this iceberg of success. The thing about success is often people only see the tip of the iceberg, which is the success itself, the person doing well, getting good results. But what people don't see is everything underneath the water, the massive part of the iceberg that's hidden. And parts of that are believing you can, practicing, trying out new strategies, self-kindness, failures, because that's what we learn from, resilience, discipline, help from others, having patience as well, that is a very important one, and rejections and focus are also included in all of these things that people never see. So whether it's me with my YouTube channel, with my print on demand business, all you really see on YouTube is the successes. You don't see how much I failed, how many new strategies I tried to finally succeed, how much help I had to get, like all of these things that everyone goes through and that are just part of the process and that are part of adopting a growth mindset.